You already know what to do. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, give it a thumbs down. To my British fans, to my British subs, y'all may give me a thumbs down on this one, or y'all may agree. We will see. Also, if you really like this video, go ahead and sub to the channel because that is what helps me out the most. And when you sub to the channel, do not forget, hit that notification bell. That way you can get updated when I drop the newest content like this. Now, before I get into this Luke Campbell versus Ryan Garcia, you have to keep one thing in mind. Ryan Garcia's opponent, Linares, he has already decided to fight somebody else, and Luke Campbell's opponent, Fortuna, has already decided to fight somebody else. And Fortuna and Linares decided to fight each other. So that does leave Ryan Garcia without his opponent and Luke Campbell without his opponent because both their opponents decided to fight each other. So I think off that alone, this makes for a very good matchup. Now, here's what I want to get into about Luke Campbell. First off, I personally believe Luke Campbell is too big for lightweight. I think Luke Campbell should have moved up a good while ago. The older you get, the harder it is to make weight. I believe Luke Campbell is 32 years old, and he's going against a young guy in Ryan Garcia. But the age factor isn't really the big deal here. Not saying that he's too old to fight. I'm saying I believe Luke Campbell is too old to keep making lightweight. The last couple of times I've seen him on the scale, especially against Lomachenko, he looked like a refugee. He looked too dry. He didn't, in my opinion, look good. I think that if Luke Campbell was to go up in weight to become a junior welterweight, I think he would have a lot more success. I think he would be a lot more powerful. I feel like he's dropping too much weight. He's 5'9", so he's not a short guy. He would still be on the taller side for junior welterweight, and I don't understand why he has not moved up. Maybe he wants to capture a belt at lightweight, which is going to segue into what I'm going to say next, and maybe that's the reason why he's remained for so long. But I just think he would look a lot better at junior welterweight. And I know there's some killers up there, but Luke Campbell is a good fighter. Now, what I was going to say about Luke Campbell is he reminds me of the Sean Porter of the lightweight division. He's a very good fighter. I would name him an elite fighter, but he always comes up short. He's never had a major belt, and every time he's been in contention for that major belt, he always comes up short. Thus, I say he is pretty much a Sean Porter of the division. Now, again, I think Luke Campbell would be much better at 140 pounds versus him dropping down because he just looks too drained on the scales to me. And I think personally that's his biggest downfall. Now, how do I see the fight going? I think that this is a great fight for Ryan Garcia. This is another big step-up fight. I thought Fonseca was a step-up fight. You know, a lot of people don't give Ryan Garcia credit for people he's fought, but Fonseca is probably better than anybody Devin Haney's fought, and everybody praises Devin Haney, so I don't quite understand that. Fonseca only had 2 losses. Both those losses were to world champions, and he didn't lose to either one of those world champions as bad as he did to Ryan Garcia. So Ryan Garcia, to me, really looks improved. A lot of people were giving him a lot of crap for not taking $200,000 to fight a bum. I think most people thought it was against Linares. That's not what it was. Oscar offered him $200,000 after Linares' fight wasn't going to happen to fight some random Uber driver, and Ryan turned it down. So I don't see how people would get mad at him turning down $200,000 to fight an Uber driver when people always complain about, why are you fighting Uber drivers? Why are you fighting tomato cans? So the first time a guy turns down a tomato can to fight a harder challenge, which might very well be Luke Campbell, people get mad. So that's why I don't pass judgment on these fighters until they actually pick who they're going to fight. People were saying that Terrence Crawford isn't fighting anybody, even though he's fought 2 mandatories. But it's like, you can't really place blame on the fighter until they pick a person to fight. So with that being said, if this fight happens, I do have Ryan Garcia is the winner. I think Luke Campbell may give him some trouble early, only because Luke Campbell is going to be very close to him in height. Luke is 5'9", and Ryan is 5'10". Ryan is extremely tall for a lightweight. He's on the much taller side. And the difference in Ryan making lightweight and Luke is Ryan is young. It's much easier to take weight off your body when you're young and it not cause adverse reactions. Your body's young, it heals faster, and it adapts better to what you do to it. There's not as much shock to the body when you do stuff that you shouldn't really be doing. And I feel like with Luke Campbell, it's just he's too old and he needs to go up in weight. I think he just shocked himself too much. I really, truly believe that at 140, and I know people be like, oh, how's it going to beat Josh Taylor? Huh? How? I really think 140-pound Luke Campbell might surprise a lot of people against a Luke Campbell. I don't know why I said a Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell would surprise himself against Luke Campbell. No, I think he would surprise a lot of people against Josh Taylor. Or you could even put him in there with Regis. But I just think that he's losing too much strength dropping that low. And it shows on the scale. Now, again, with that being said, I think it is a good test for Ryan Garcia because it's going to be the first time I believe, and I could be wrong, but I'm not wrong about it being a guy that's skilled at that height. But I think this might be one of the taller guys that Ryan's ever fought, and that's going to open him up to be hit more. So when you're fighting a guy of the same size and range as you, it makes it a more dangerous fight because here's the thing. When you fight a shorter guy, right, all you got to do is keep him at bay. Don't let him get close. When you fight a taller guy, all you got to do is get close. Both of those nullify both those guys. However, when you fight a guy around your height, in my opinion, when I used to fight, it's the most dangerous person you can fight. Because where your range is, their range is. Where you're into punches, if theirs is not there, it's pretty close to it. There's not going to be a big difference like it is in a height difference. So you're always at danger. So I think it's a dangerous fight for Ryan Garcia because Luke Campbell is so skilled. But I don't think Luke Campbell has enough power to put away Ryan Garcia. And I think Ryan Garcia, with that being said, both men being in the danger zone, from what I've seen from Ryan Garcia, I think he will adapt like he did against Fonseca. He'll find an opening and he will exploit it. And I just think he's I don't know if he's going to be faster than Luke Campbell, but I'm pretty sure he's going to hit a hell of a lot harder. And I don't know how much Luke Campbell can take whenever Ryan comes with that punishment. And y'all are going to be like, well, what do you mean? Luke Campbell's never been knocked out. He's never lost like that. He's only lost a decision. And that is true. That is very true. Luke Campbell has shown himself to be very durable. But stylistically, if he's going to get knocked out, I believe Ryan Garcia will be the one to knock him out. Because Ryan Garcia, if he can time him, if he can adapt in that ring, is going to be slightly taller with a slightly longer reach. And Luke is going to always be in the pocket. So is Ryan. They're both always going to be in the danger zone of each other. And when it comes to that, I just think the youth of Ryan Garcia and the power that he's showing is going to overwhelm a weight-drained Luke Campbell, which I believe. Again, if this fight was happening at 140 pounds, I would give Luke a better shot, but I just think Luke has truthfully outgrown this division, and I don't know why he keeps coming down. I don't know why he's so adamant to stay at this weight unless it is to pick up a belt. So, again, my opinion is Luke Campbell is the Sean Porter of the lightweight division. I believe he's an elite fighter. And if Ryan Garcia can beat him and beat him in the way that I think he can beat him, then Ryan Garcia will have proven himself with 2 fights back-to-back that he belongs at the top, that he belongs up there with a title shot. And Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia is going to be very interesting. I would even say Luke Campbell, if he can come through and beat Ryan Garcia, I think he has a good shot at beating Devin Haney as well. I think both these men have a good shot at beating Devin Haney only because, unlike Ryan, Devin doesn't have a lot of power. So even if Luke is weight draining himself, when you've got a guy who doesn't have a lot of power it doesn't affect you the same as absorbing hard punches and your weight drained. If that makes any sense, what I'm saying to those who haven't fought. Anyways, I will be curious to see what y'all think. Again, my prediction is I have Ryan Garcia beating him, and I would not be surprised if Ryan Garcia gives him his first knockout loss. I would not be surprised at all. I have Ryan Garcia, hands down. It's not going to be an easy fight, but I think after about 4 rounds, Ryan's really going to hone in and break Luke down and just be beating him to the punch, stepping around him, catching him with counter punches, and I don't know if Luke's going to have an answer. I just think he's too weak at the lightweight division. But again, let me know what y'all think. To the British people who do watch my videos, I'm very curious to see what you guys think. So let me know. Hit that comment section again. Y'all have a good one.